Welcome, race fans, to the Domino's TYJ Racing Summer Nationals, powered by Cross Continent Racing, live on All Pro Broadcasting here tonight. We are live here at Volusia Motorsports Park for another exciting race. Two races, actually, fans. Only one of these two races is your chance to win that free large Domino's pizza, which will be the A-Main, coming up here in about 45 minutes. But you definitely get to watch and view this A-Main to get some ideas of who the fast drivers are, so you can have a more educated guess on who to pick for that free pizza in the A-Main coming up here soon. Joining me in the booth again is my great friend, talented dirt driver and racer, Gary Sexton. How you doing tonight, Gary?
Oh, I'm doing great, Robert. Looking for some Sunday night, Father's Day dirt action out here at Volusia. This track, you know, we're running this in the day, so the track's going to be nice and dry, real fast, nice and slick. Look for guys to have to lift a little bit, even tonight, to be fast. It's going to cause for guys to be sliding up the track. You know, this track is real wide down the backstretch, but the turns, it narrows up real quick. There's lots of openings on the inside wall you got to be careful for when you dive it into the bottom. It's going to be a real exciting race. These guys are getting better. They're getting faster. They're getting more competitive. I look forward to awesome race tonight.
Yeah, thank you, Gary. In just a minute, I'm going to get you to give us some details on Cross Continent Racing. I understand you're sponsoring the next 5 races, but first, we want to go over the point standings real quick to see who is in the top 10 here in the Domino's TYJ Racing Renegade Dirt Series. Go ahead and take it away, Gary, on the point standings.
Yeah, the points right now are starting to shape up to be a pretty good battle. With sitting in first place, we got Scott Sanderson at a total of 210 points, and he's got a pretty big lead on second place, William Davis, with 186. But third, we got Buzz Moore. Ryan Hill is in fourth. Thomas Conheady in fifth. And moved up to the sixth position after missing a couple races, but then just dominating is Derek Walker. So look for him to continue his good run and try to get up into the top 5 in points here. Hopefully make a run for the championship. We got Ray Richardson in 7th. Judd Danielson in 8th. Judd has not been having the season you would expect from him. He's out there dominating the official dirt races. So I look for him to have a good night tonight and try to move on his way up to closer to the top 5. So we got Corey Heffron at 9th, and 10th we have Vernon Markheim.
Thank you so much, Gary. Real quick, these guys do have a few more laps to put down as far as their qualifying laps and their speeds. I'm going to do it real quick before the race starts. Domino's driver profile on Will Davis. We're very happy to have Will part of our series. He also races on asphalt. Will is from Augusta, Georgia. He races at 011 or number 11. His sponsors are Dress Casual Productions, Brittany Davis. He's been in sim racing for 3 years. He's been in real racing for 14 years. He's got a Class C iRacing Fixed Division 5 Truck Championship in 2016. He also has a Georgia State Karting Championship in 2001. So fans, you will notice a lot of our drivers have got some serious real dirt or real serious asphalt, real live experience as far as racing goes. And we're very, very thankful and blessed to have these guys part of what we're doing here at Domino's TYJ Racing. Gary, give us some information about this track, Volusia, and the track conditions tonight.
Yeah, Volusia is, like I said, it's a half mile. It's considered one of the fastest dirt tracks out there. It's real wide, especially through the backstretch. It's D-shaped, so lots of opportunities for passing. But the track does narrow up getting into the corners. You know, we're running this race in the day, and what that's going to do, it's going to really cause that track to dry out, and it's going to make for higher speeds, but it's also going to make the driving a little bit more challenging. Guys are going to have to really dig to search for grip, and I look for this B main here to be even more exciting because the track is carried over from practice, and these guys put a lot of laps down, so this track is pretty much all worn out. So look for the high line and some guys moving up on the low line, lots of passing. This is going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, thanks a lot there, Gary. It looks like we got about a half minute left. Why don't you go over who is the fastest so far in this qualifying session? I don't think there's going to be any changes before we get the green flag here in a few minutes.
Yeah, no surprise. Derek Walker sitting up top with a 14.5, almost a tenth faster than second place Scott Sanderson with a 14.622. William Roberts looks like he's going to qualify third, with Corey Heffron qualifying fourth. Russ Russ Coe with a really good qualifying run, beating a lot of these fast guys. You don't normally see him up there, but awesome with a fifth coming in fifth. Sixth is going to be Ryan Ahill. Seventh, Thomas Conahedy. James Nunn is going to come in eighth. Will Davis, ninth. Vernon Markheim, 10th. Buzz Moore, 11th. Ray Richard, 12th. And Ivan Garcia, the last to take a time, in 13th.
Thank you so much there, Gary. One other while they're grading quick, Domino's driver profile. We haven't done a lot of these in our Renegade Dirt Series just because when the race starts, it goes so fast, we don't get time. But Russ Coe, you just mentioned him. He has definitely got a great race. Russ Coe has got a great lap here in qualifying. He's starting fifth with the 14.748. Real quick info. Russ Coe is from Cape Canaveral, Florida. Russ Coe's sponsor, yes fans, Trailer Trash Lot 420. Not only is Russ a great asphalt and especially dirt racer, he is a very talented musician. He's got a lot of music out there, a lot of CDs. He's got 3 years racing in the sim. He has also got no real world racing experience, but he does want to give special thanks to his wife and crew, Raylene. He wants to thank Domino's TYJ Racing, All Pro Broadcasting, and Michael D'Amico for all the awesome sponsors that help him out. Again, fans, Michael, I don't know if it's possible to play just a clip of his music at some point tonight. He's got his music. You can get it on all the places you normally buy your music. You can download it. You can get it from the Walmart site. You can get it from iTunes. Off the top of my head, I don't have the name of his actual band. I mean, it is called the Trailer Trash Lot 420, so you definitely want to look at that. When I found out that Russ was a great musician, he does perform live down in Cape Canaveral almost every single week, has a great big following, so we're happy to have him here tonight.
Yeah, Robert, these guys are all gridded up, ready to roll off. The truck's about to take them around for the first of 2 pace laps, and then get these guys underway here on Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there watching, racing. This is a good day to show off for your boys and daughters, and look for some good racing tonight.
Yes, sir. And this B main, fans, we do have I think it's a 20-lap quick race here. And real quick, I will give you the information. Although you cannot make your choice tonight during the B main, you have to wait until the A main starts. We'll give you all the details on how to win that free large Domino's 3-topping pizza carry-out only. We do that every single time we race, which is Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night. Excuse me, Wednesday night, Thursday night, and Sunday night. Forgive me, no Sunday night at all. I mean, no Friday night at all. My bad. That is family night for me and a lot of our drivers. You also want to make sure, fans, that you click the subscribe button on All Pro Broadcasting. That way you get the free alert every time we race. You don't even have to think about it. Your phone or your tablet will go off and you will know that Domino's TYJ Racing is about to race. And that's when you can log in, watch the race, and get the free chance to win the free large Domino's 3-topping pizza. Gary, I'm going to let you take this restart. This gets sure to be exciting.
Yeah, as they make their way now onto the backstretch to get this race underway. Derek Walker gets to control the field. We know he gets good jumps. Scott Sanderson's always right there. He's going to look to try to get a better start as he's laying back just a little bit to try to anticipate when Derek's going to go, but Derek's the master. Here goes Derek. He's off and away. These guys are underway as they race down the back into turn 1. Derek Walker, not with as big a jump as we normally see. Scott Sanderson is right there, ready to pounce on him if Derek makes a mistake.
Yes, sir. We've also got William Roberts Jr. in that number 12 car in third. We got some side-by-side racing already with Ryan Hill on number 55. He's in that Monster Energy sponsored Sprint 360. I tell you what, this is going to be a very exciting race.
Yeah, and actually that was William Roberts Jr. in the Monster Energy car, and we got a yellow flag.
Yeah, my bad on the sponsor there. I'll get it correct for the next time. I'll let you let us know exactly what happened for the caution there, if you can see it.
Yeah, I see James Nunn here upside down. I'm going to see what happened to him.
Yes, sir. Go ahead there.
Yeah, it looks like James got in underneath Russ Coe, and the track is a little slick right now, and he kind of washed up, but as he's washing up, he lost momentum, and Buzz Moore just kind of touches his rear bumper and sends him to the inside tires and hits the tires, goes for a ride, and then Will Davis hits his undercarriage as he comes by up in the air. So tough break for those guys.
Yes, sir. I'll tell you what, things happen real quick here. And just a correction on that, Ryan Hill was in that Sears Craftsman, number 55. My bad on the sponsorship call there.
Yeah, and if you look back, I don't know if we can get a shot from Will Davis's car. He's right behind Ray Richer. He can't see a thing right now. With all the dirt kicking up and stuff, he sees this car hit the wall, and next thing you know, he's into him. You know, if we ever get a chance to show an in-car view from one of these guys, that'd be the one to see, get a real sense of how fast and how hard it is for these guys to make moves.
Yeah, I tell you what, these caution flags go by real quick, and the green flag comes out real quick. If you want to cover this restart, I'm going to look at this replay one more quick time there, Gary.
Yeah, absolutely. They just got the one to go as they head into turn one, getting ready to get the restart here. Derek Walker again, leading the way to the green. Single file restarts here in the Domino's TYJ Dirt Renegade Series, and Scott Sanderson is getting better at these restarts. I bet he was practicing them all week, so he had something, so he could try to have something here for Derek. But Derek, he's got it. As the pace car dips to the pit lane, green flag is out. Scott Sanderson with a great jump on Derek Walker. He's going to look to take it to the inside and slide up in front of Derek Walker, but Derek Walker gets a huge run off the outside down the backstretch. Nothing for Scott Sanderson. Scott Sanderson dives it back down to the bottom, right against the wall. He slides up. Again, the bottom you can't get the run that the outside's getting when the track is like this, and that's something these guys wanted to see, is the top lane be a little bit quicker, and that's the way it seems to be tonight.
Yes, sir, Gary. We've definitely been doing everything we can here at Domino's TYJ Racing Renegade Dirt Series to get these track conditions drivable for these dirt drivers. Like I said earlier, most of these guys have got real live either karting or real sprint car racing experience, so they've been teaching myself, maybe not so much you, Gary, on how to get these track conditions in iRacing to be more realistic to the exact conditions they race on, and I think we might hit a home run tonight.
Yeah, it looks like it, especially for this B main here. These guys are fun. You see guys all over the track here, and I'm watching some battles here in the middle of the pack. Will Davis just passed Ray Richer. Did it on the bottom, but had to use the slide job to get it done. It's a little bit of force. So these guys they got what they wanted. So do the fans. We've got some really good racing out here tonight.
Yes, sir. Up front, I think it's still kind of stretched out, but we definitely have some close battling back here in the back. We got Ricky Lake, who just barely touched the wall there. He's trying to make some ground up to get around Ivan Garcia. These are two of our drivers that are learning every single week. In front of them, we got Ray Richer. He got passed by a couple of guys. He's definitely learning this, and he's getting a run right now. And a pass by Ricky Lake is side by side. They're going into the corner. Ricky takes that inside groove, and it does complete the pass with Ray Richer. So that'll move Ricky up to the 12th position.
Yeah, and up here for battle for third, we just got William Roberts Jr. make a move on Ryan Ahill, and that almost ended in disaster. He put a big slide job on Ryan Hill, and Ryan Hill didn't get out of the throttle, and he had a run come on the outside. Oh, and Ryan Hill just hits the wall, and he's up on his side. No caution, though, and he's going to lose a spot. But, wow, this track is really treacherous, and these guys, I bet they're loving every second of it.
Yeah, I tell you what, this is exciting, and guess what, fans? Our A main track conditions are going to be very similar to this, so you definitely want to stay tuned through the intermission here in a few minutes and come back to get your chance to win the free large 3-topping Domino's Pizza, but also to see some of this incredible racing here at the Domino's TYJ Racing Renegade Dirt Series. This is the Summer Nationals, sponsored by Cross Continent Racing. We're very thankful they've come on board here for the last 5 races of this first mini-series. The top 3 in points do get a cash payout of $30, $20, and $10. So these guys are fighting for every position they can get so they can climb up in the points in these last 5 races there, Gary.
Yeah, I want to thank Cross Continent Racing for coming on. This is going to be an awesome last 5 races to finish out this inaugural Dirt Renegade Series. And up front, still all Derek Walker as he's about to come around and get the white flag. And Scott Sanderson has nothing on him, and they've got about 3 seconds on the rest of the field. So these guys got it figured out.
Yes, sir, Gary. It looks like Corey Heffron's getting some heat right now. William Roberts Jr. in that Monster Energy 360 does make the pass, although it looks like Corey Heffron's going to get around him on the outside. Coming to the checkered flag, it looks like Corey Heffron's going to get that position. Or is that down the backstretch?
Yeah, that was coming to the line, Robert, and that's awesome. That high line is really working great. It's not going to be a bottom fest tonight, that's for sure.
Yes, sir. Yeah, thank you so much, Gary. I tell you what, that was a very fast, exciting race. I think we had only one caution. Is that correct, Gary?
Yep, only one caution. These guys are nice and spread out now, having to use all lanes in the track. It keeps them away from each other. It keeps the race in the driver's hands tonight. It's going to be, man, I look forward to this A-Main. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I tell you what, Gary, we can get these guys pulled in. Of the first 5 races we've had here, I don't think I've seen any better racing, and I'm going to let you interview the winner of this race real quick, Derek Walker.
And we're here with the winner of the B-Main, Derek Walker. How you doing, buddy? It's good to see you up here in Victory Lane. Again, doesn't matter what the track conditions are, slick, tacky, slow, fast. These guys got nothing for you. Tell me what your thoughts are on the track tonight, and what's the key to being fast?
Well, Gary, I'm glad to be up here. I wouldn't say that they don't have anything for me. I think getting in that pole position was key because it's so hard to pass on this track, especially when it's slick like that. But yeah, I think just being on the pole and being able to jump out and get a good start, and especially if the second and third starts battling, that's always what I like to see in my mirror. So I'm just going to do the best I can to qualify for this A-Main and try to be up front from the start.
Awesome. Well, we look forward to seeing you in the A-Main, and good luck tonight.
Thank you, Gary. Appreciate it.
All right, Gary, if you want to interview Scott Sanderson real quick, that'd be awesome.
Scott Sanderson finishing second place here in the B-Main. Familiar place for you here. Do you have anything for Derek Walker tonight, and how's the car?
The car's great. Frustrating to be this fast week in, week out, and just run for second place. The only thing I got for Derek is hopefully a front bumper, because that's about the only way you're going to pass him, but good luck catching him. So, I mean, kind of at a loss for what to do here.
Yeah, it seems to be that qualifying is more important almost than the race, so hopefully you can find some speed in qualifying, and good luck in the A-Main.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you, Scott. And now real quick, Gary, if you want to take a word with William Roberts Jr. Could not find Corey Heffron. He's getting ready for the A-Main because he knows he's got some work to do. But we got William Roberts Jr. up here if you want to give him a quick question or two.
Yeah, William Roberts, we saw you out there make a bunch of moves there late. Some on the bottom. I saw you try to make one there on Corey coming to the line, but he had the momentum on the outside. Did you learn anything from this B-Main that you can take over to the A-Main tonight?
Yeah, the biggest thing I think we have is with the track conditions the way they are, it's actually pretty hard to run the bottom. You pretty much just running up high, and then you kind of try to hit the exit coming off the middle, maybe a little bit on the back stretch, and then the front stretch, obviously you're out about the wall. But other than that, it's almost impossible to run the bottom. It's quite difficult.
Yeah, it seems to be the quite opposite of what we've had here in the past couple races, and it's going to be a challenge for you guys out there, but we look forward to seeing how you do in the A-Main. Good luck tonight.
Oh yeah, definitely. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Sir Gary. Again, we're going to have a quick couple of minute break here, fans. Make sure you go get yourself a second Diet Mountain Dew, second Diet Coke. You might be the Diet Cherry Coke fan. You might be a sweet tea fan. You might be an adult beverage fan. Make sure you get your children another milk, juice box, open another bag of popcorn, because if you thought that race was exciting, fans, you do not want to miss this next one here coming in a few minutes. We're going to be back in just a few minutes. Again, you are watching the Cross-Continent Racing Summer Nationals here at Domino's 2IG Racing on All Pro Broadcasting. We'll be back in just a few minutes, fan, for the A-Main. That's exactly where you can start getting your pick in for the free pizza. Talk to you in a few minutes.
All right, everybody, welcome to Volusia Speedway down here in Florida, to the site of tonight's Renegade Dirt Series race number 2 in this short 10-race championship series. And I'm sitting here in my Domino's TYJ Racing Top Shelf Cup Series 360 wing sprint car, all 700 horsepowers of it. And we're just going to go over a few things about the track and about the car that you're going to be seeing in tonight's A-Main. So the first thing you notice when sitting in this car is it's the biggest thing I've been preaching since the series started, and you'll hear me ramble on about tonight, is how it's so hard to see out the right side of these things. Now, when you're going down the track, and you'll see when we get out there on the few laps, things are happening so fast. The reaction times are so quick. You have to be on top of the wheel the whole time. You really don't have time to be looking side to side, but even if you wanted to, it's going to be really hard to see cars to your outside. So you're going to see that the quick ray around this track is on the bottom, and you're going to have to be diving it to the inside of guys if you want to pass them, because it's really hard to pass with this fixed setup. So when you dive it to the inside, you're going to have to trust that that guy knows that you're down there and that he's not going to come down on you, or you're going to drift up to him, because it's going to be really hard to see him. Now, I have an Oculus Rift on, so I can look all around this, and that's fine. But a lot of these guys will be running 3 monitors, maybe even 1 monitor, and you don't have that luxury to look around side to side. So really trusting the guys around you to pull off clean passes is going to be really important. So let's get out here on the track and run a few laps and see how it goes. Now, when we first get out here on the track, you're going to notice a few things. As I just roll, the car wants to pull to the left. And that's because these are set up in a way that they're going to go as fast as they possibly can left. And in particular, with this fixed setup that we run here in the Dirt Renegade series, and once you get to full speed, which is pretty much full throttle around this whole track, you might have to get off the throttle a little bit when you get next to a car, or you're trying to make a pass, or as the track starts to wear out. But most of the time, you're full throttle. It's really imperative that this car is set up in a way that's just going to drive itself, basically. And you're kind of there to guide it to make sure it doesn't get too far sideways and out of control. But as we get up to speed, we're gonna run a few lines. The first line we're gonna run is a high line. Now, initially, as the track is wet and sticky, this is not going to be the preferred way around the track. It's kind of slow up here, and you can feel it. You can feel the car kind of just bog down as you go around this track. The preferred line is going to be right here along the bottom, right up as close as you can get to this wall. You don't want to get too far sideways. You want to let it kind of drift up here and then right back to the bottom. Kind of point it right to the bottom, cut off the corner, and back around. They got a long, wide, sweeping back straightaway. This track is shaped like a D, and the shortest, most fastest way around this track is going to be the way to go for these guys, especially in a 40-lap race. Now, there's going to be 20 guys on the track, and the track state will reset to 10%. So initially, for the first half of this race, you're going to see most of the passes being done on the bottom, and most of the guys protecting the bottom. That's the part you want to protect. Now, that runs. There's a few things that could go wrong with running the bottom, and the big one is driving into that wall. You'll see a lot of guys, they'll try to cut off the bottom, and they'll drive straight into the wall. And particularly here at Volusia, you kind of turn in, and you think you're turned in, but then all of a sudden you're right against the inside wall. And that's really important that you keep it off the inside wall. Now, as the track wears out, you'll start to see colorations in the track where it's a little darker in the more sticky, wet spots. So you're going to want to be up. You'll see guys maybe kind of move up to the middle, try a different line. And that's one of the few ways you're going to get around guys here, is if you try a different line than they're running, because you're not going to get by somebody by running the same exact line as them the whole time. You can to catch up to them, but if you want to get around them, you're going to have to put your car somewhere else and try to make that work. One last thing about Volusia as we come around here to the front is anyone that's ran this track knows that there'll be a rut that forms right here in the start-finish line, and what that's gonna do is, as we come back around here, we'll run one more lap around. When you hit that rut, it's gonna want to send your car to the right. Now, if you're too close to the wall already, it's gonna put you in the wall. You're gonna hit it, and your car's gonna jerk to the right, and then you're gonna have to hurry up and get back to the inside. So look for that tonight. In tonight's Dirt Renegade Series race from Volusia Speedway, and enjoy the show.
Hey, this is Garrett Smithley, driving the number 0 JD Motorsports Chevrolet, and you're watching All Pro Broadcasting.
You're watching All Pro Broadcasting with Freedom Train.
When you're ready,
ServPro, how can we help?
help gets there faster. The cleanup specialists at 1-800-ServPro and ServPro.com. Helping make fire and water damage like it never even happened.
Did your little storm knock out the power? Well, excuse me for not noticing.
Hate to disappoint you, Old Man Winter. Better luck next time.
If the power goes out, your Generac standby generator goes on, automatically.
Down trees, flash floods.
There's definitely more options to get around, guys.
Stand up to the
Still hard. Derek Walker, class in the field. These guys got their work cut out for him. Cut out for them tonight to try to get around him. But any slight little mistake, and these guys will be all over him. We're live now, all right?
Yes, sir, Gary. This is definitely going to be exciting here for the A main. We got some very talented drivers, and it is going to be interesting to see who has got anything for Derek Walker. Right now on these practice times, we got William Davis top of the boards at a 14.173. Scott Sanderson, who has been one of the fastest drivers here in the dirt, with a 14.182. Derek Walker, not sure if that's his best lap or not. We'll have to wait and see, but he's in third at a 14.197. Jeremy Crandall's got a great big improvement. He's up in fourth to 14.3. Ryan A. Hill is always a threat to win every single race we have, whether it's Wednesday night, Thursday night, or Sunday night. He's in fifth here in practice with a 14.311. Who else are you looking for that might can surprise the fans and the other drivers tonight, Gary?
My eyes go right to Judd Danielson. He's sitting there ninth on the speed charts, but I think he missed the B main, but he's here for the A, and he loves running the dirt series, and I think that he's due for a good night. So I'm gonna put my money on Judd Danielson tonight to have a good top 5, maybe top 3 run tonight. And as Robert is running through the rules with these guys, let's tell you a little bit about our sponsor, Cross Continent Racing. They've come on board for the next 5 races, and Cross Continent Racing is a race team out here in iRacing. It's me, Will Davis, Timothy Cox, Shane Parrish, and we just got joined by the ever-loved commentator for the Top Shelf Cup Series, Joe Johnson, the new guy out there, and we always looking for good, strong, clean racers to join our team, and we feed off each other. We work hard to get each other quicker each and every week, and but do it as clean as possible. And it's been an awesome experience, and we love sponsoring these races and getting the word out there about iRacing and how awesome this racing simulator is for everybody. So Cross Continent Racing on board for the next 5 races. There'll be the Dirt Renegade Series Summer Nationals powered by Cross Continent Racing.
Thank you so much, Gary. Also want to thank Michael D'Amico with All Pro Broadcasting fans. If you're watching now, make sure you click the subscribe button on the All Pro Broadcasting channel. That way you get all the alerts as soon as we race. And we race every Wednesday night, Thursday night, and Sunday night at 8:50 p.m. Eastern. Wednesday night is our Den and Fender Truck Series, an incredible series. Gary can back me up on this. We got some of the best drivers in iRacing in the Den and Fender trucks, and they put on a show every single Wednesday night. Thursday night, we alternate between the Premier Xfinity and the Top Shelf Cup. Both of those series on Thursday nights have got some incredible racing as well. Bottom line, fans, if you want to win that free large Domino's 3-topping pizza, I'm going to give you all the details right now how to do it, because you're watching this race. This is the A main. This is where your pick counts. This is all you have to do, fans. Watch this race before halfway, which is lap 15, because we're doing 30 laps here in the dirt race. They may go by quick. Hopefully you've been watching and you got a good idea who to pick. The first fan to accurately predict the winner of this A main before lap 16 by texting 919-883-7497. Or if you're watching in the live chat on your device, you can comment Happy Father's Day. But more importantly, comment, I picked this driver to win. The first fan, like I said, who picks the winner of the race accurately before lap 16, you do get that free large Domino's 3-topping pizza, carry out only. We do not bring them to you in the sprint cars, the Den and Fender trucks, the Premier Xfinity car, or the Top Shelf Cup car. Although we could. Some of these vehicles make over 215 miles an hour. You probably get it about the time you hang up your phone. But you do have to go pick it up, carry out only, Gary. We've given away a lot of these pizzas. We're happy to do it again tonight.
Yeah, Robert, awesome promotion you guys do here with Domino's. Everybody loves pizza. What better night to win a free pizza than Sunday night, Father's Day? Get your picks in. Halfway will come up quick tonight. These races go by fast, so we look forward to seeing who everybody picks. And for a good race tonight, as the qualifying times have showed up. Everybody but one person has taken a time, so I think it's safe to say we can run through the running order now. And it looks like, lo and behold, Derek Walker up front with 10th on the field with a 14.299. Scott Sanderson second place. Ryan Hills coming in third. William Roberts Jr. is going to start fourth. William Davis with a nice top 5 qualifying run in fifth. James Nunn in sixth. Buzzborn seventh. Thomas Conheady in eighth place. Ray Rich is going to be in ninth, and rounding out your top 10 tonight is going to be Judd Danielson. In 11th is Russ Coe. Corey Heffron is 12th. Jeremy Crandall 13th. And Vernon Markheim's 14th. Not taking a time, and going to round out the tail end of the field is Ivan Garcia. So as we wait for this last minute here, some key things to look for tonight. Nice wide track. Turns are a little bit narrow. Look for the top lane to come in, especially later in the race. These guys had a little bit shorter practice than they had before, so the track is a little less worn in than before, but it's still going to be exciting. The race is an extra 15 laps. You get 15 guys out there on the track at the same time. I look for this track to wear out quick, the cushion to move up against the wall, and these guys to be running the high line.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, Gary. These races tonight are in daytime conditions. We've had a lot of these races at night. And you're more of an expert than I am, but from what I understand, you definitely have a wetter condition at night. The track has a harder time drying out. But tonight, this day race is completely different from what these drivers have experienced in the first 5 races. We are definitely trying to mix it up. So everybody has got an opportunity to take advantage of a new track condition, and the best driver will win.
Yeah, best driver will win, and so far tonight that's been Derek Walker. But I have a feeling that Scott Sanderson has something for him tonight. I think that, just the way racing works, all good runs must come to an end. I don't want to put any bad karma on Derek Walker, but I think that I think that Scott Sanderson's real hungry, and he's ready to figure something out and try to get around him.
Yes, sir, Gary. And going over the top 10 for this tournament real quick, we do have Derek Walker in the 0-2 on the pole. To his outside, we will have Scott Sanderson in 193, Ryan A. Hill in the 55 third, William Roberts Jr. in 12 in the fourth position. William Davis will be starting fifth. Sixth will be James Nunn. Buzz Moore will be seventh. Thomas Conheady 8th. Ray Richard 9th. Joe Danielson 10th. Rusco 11th. Corey Heffron 12th. Jeremy Crandall 13th. Vernon Margon 14th. And Ivan Garcia starting 15th. Gary, I'll let you take the start of this race, and this is going to be very exciting.
Yes, sir, Robert, as they make their way onto the backstretch again. I believe we've got getting the green flag this time by. Derek Walker is going to line up on the inside. Scott Sanderson to his outside. Pace car's off. Green flag is out. These guys are underway. Scott Sanderson doesn't get a jump. He loses second place to Ryan Hill, who gets a good jump, and he's going to tuck in behind Derek Walker, who gets a good jump as well, with and move Will Davis up from 5th to 4th on the outside there with William Roberts. I can't tell who that is behind him, but they're having a battle over there for 5th place. And Scott Sanderson gets into Ryan Hill, and he's going to lose a ton of spots, and that's going to move Will Davis up to 3rd and Will Roberts up to 4th.
Yes, sir, Gary, that was definitely a little bit of contact. I think that was Buzz Moore he was racing beside earlier, and we've definitely got a huge tight field here. Side-by-side racing looks like for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. 5th and 6th, actually. These guys are definitely putting it on.
Yeah, the only person that really helped there was Derek Walker, and he looked up in his mirror and saw those guys get into each other and kill the momentum of pretty much the whole field. And that's going to allow him to pull out to a 1.1 second lead over Ryan Hill, with Will Davis all over the back bumper of Ryan Hill. Will Davis is hungry too. He knows he's a lot better than his finishes have shown. He's sitting 2nd in points right now. And with Scott Sanderson having much trouble, look for Will to maybe move up into the points lead if Scott can't get his way back up there. But knowing Scott and the way he races, he'll be back up fighting for a win here in a minute. Caution's out.
Yes, sir, we do have a caution on the track. We will bring that replay up here in just a minute. Looks like the 187 of Buzz Moore had some incidents there.
Yeah, he was coming on the outside of James Nunn. James Nunn just slid up the track and into Buzz Moore. Buzz Moore hits the wall, spins it around, back to the inside. That's a tough deal right there. I don't think James knew that Buzz was right there on his outside. I don't think Buzz had anticipated James to slide up the track. You know, it's tough with these cars. You can't see out the right side with the wings hanging down. And unfortunately, Buzz Moore, he caught the worst end of that deal. He may not live to see another lap.
Yeah. Once these cars have got some serious damage there, Gary, it's very, very hard for that to be corrected.
Yeah, it's tough. These guys are, the tracks are short. And it's kind of an interesting thing with sprint cars. They're actually really aero sensitive. That's why they have these big giant wings on them to help keep them stable, because they have so much power and so much speed. But even though they're racing on half-mile tracks, aero sensitivity plays a huge role in these things. And as you can see, Buzz Moore lost his front wing, so that car is going to be really, really, really hard to drive. Even if it's fast, it's going to be hard to drive, and that'll cause him to go a little bit slower. So it's a tough break for Buzz Moore, but that's racing, and sometimes that happens.
Absolutely. These guys are definitely racing hard. It is always difficult to figure out exactly if you're clear on somebody. Like you just said, that right side of the vehicle is hard to see through.
Yeah, it looks like the lights are out here on the pace car, so we're going to be turning them loose again here soon. They'll be getting the green flag on lap 10 as they make their way around through turns 1 and 2, turns 3 and 4 as the pace car ducks off, and Derek Walker gets a jump on Ryan Hill. Will Davis gets a good jump, and he's all over the back bumper of Ryan Hill going into the turn 1 and 2. It looks like Scott Sanderson made his way back up to 4th after his mishap early, so he's on his way up through there. He's hungry. He's probably upset he made a mistake, and I look for him to get up there. That may have been the spark he needed to get around Derek Walker tonight.
Yes, sir, and I'm looking at a fast charger We have Corey Heffron started 12th. He's all the way up to the 6th position, and he is gaining time. He's putting some pressure, or will be hopefully in the next few laps, on William Roberts Jr. But up front, it definitely looks like Derek Walker. Go ahead. Although it looks like Ryan A. Hill, William Davis, Scott Sanderson, and like I said, William Roberts, they're gaining just a little bit on the leader.
Yeah, they're gaining a little bit on them, but they also have their own little race going on. So I think the key for these guys, you know, we're almost halfway through this race. They got to kind of stay in line so they can run down the leader. If they get side by side, no one's going to run down the leader, and he'll just get a bigger. And there's a caution, so that's going to cause everybody to catch up.
Yeah, so we'll get that replay pulled up here in just a minute.
Yeah, and it looks like James Nunn again in a little incident. He slides up the track and just barely clips the back end of Rusco and loops it around, but keeps it going. Doesn't hit anything, but looks like James Nunn is having a hard time keeping this car under control tonight. I know Russ was kind of coming down the track on him there, so I don't put any blame on anybody for that incident. That's just a dirt racing deal. These guys, you got one guy sliding down the track, one guy sliding up the track, and eventually they're going to run into each other.
Yeah, that happens, and unfortunately in these dirt series, definitely going to get that happen more often than not. And it's going to give these guys another chance up front to see who can get the lead. Again, you're watching the Domino's TYJ Racing Renegade Dirt Series Summer Nationals, powered by Cross Continent Racing, live on All Pro Broadcasting. Make sure you click that subscribe button so you get the alerts for the free Domino's Pizza. We are just past the halfway point, so hopefully you guys and fans, women and men, boys and girls, got your pick in.
Yeah, guys, hopefully your picks are in. I know these guys there's got the same picks pretty much every week. These guys have their fans out there, and good luck to everyone to win that free pizza, and hopefully you enjoy these last few laps of racing here. I have a feeling they're going to be good. Look for these guys to get a good jump on Derek Walker. I'm really surprised that no one has figured out what Derek has been doing on these restarts. I feel like Derek's not playing any games. He just has these standard restarts. These guys should be all over this. So pace car pulls off. Derek Walker, again, with a big jump on the field. These guys have nothing for Derek Walker. He's a restart master. But Ryan Ahill has a lot of Will Davis all over the back of him. Will Davis is going to get it right up to the wall. He's going to try to dive it to the inside. He's right next to him. I think Will's going to lose a little bit of momentum there, but not too much. So he's going to stay right back there, look for Will to try to work his way to the outside to try to get around second, maybe set his sights on the leader.
Yes, sir. William Roberts Jr. just tried to make a move on Scott Sanderson. He was not able to complete it. He falls back in line behind him.
Yeah, and pretty much single file up through the top 5 right now. Corey Heffron was able to close the gap with that caution, so look for him to set his sights on 5th place. William Roberts is Scott Sanderson. Will Davis and Ryan Ahill stay in a single file line to try to run down Derek Walker, but tall task at hand for them with only about 15 laps to go.
So we do have some medals back here in the pack. It looks like Thomas Conheady just got around. Corey Heffron in that number 51 machine for the 7th position. And looks like he's got more competition right now. On the inside, he's got Ray Richard trying to make a move on the inside. Could not complete the pass on Thomas Conheady, so that'll keep Ray in that 8th position. And he's got a whole mirror full, if you can see through that mirror, of Jeremy Crandall at number 73.
Yeah, that's some good racing back there in the pack. These guys are slide jobbing, crossovers, slide jobs, crossovers, 2x2 right now for that 7th spot. So that's some pretty good racing right there in the middle of the pack. But up front, all Derek Walker, half a second lead over Ryan Hill. Will Davis 2/10 back from that. That lead just jumped up to 8/10 as these guys are getting a little racy there for 2nd place.
Yeah, these guys in 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th leading the pack. Ryan A. Hill, William Davis in that 11 and 3rd. Scott Sanderson 4th in that 193. 5th, we've got William Roberts Jr., and we've got like about 4 laps left to go. some of these guys are going to try to make some passes, get some more points, which are very, very important. If you don't win the race, you can get as many points as you can possibly get by passing another driver these last few laps, Gary.
Yeah, Robert, we still have 9 laps to go, so don't get too disappointed, fans. There's still plenty of racing left. Hopefully we can stay green. This battle for second place has gotten real exciting. These guys are all over each other. I think Derek Walker, as these guys stay side by side, he's going to run away with this. But the real battle is for second. I know Scott Sanderson wants to at least get back to a podium finish. As Will Davis just gets to the inside of Ryan Hill. He might have the position here to slide job up into him, but he can't quite clear him. Good, clean racing. These guys don't get into each other. Will Davis maintains his position for third, but Ryan Hill, I think, is a little bit slower than Will. Will's got the lines figured out, but he cannot figure out how to get around him. Look for a drastic move here in the last 6 laps. As Will Davis gets to his outside, that may be the move of the race for him. Scott Sanderson is now over the inside of him, and he gets into the back of Will Davis, and they wreck. Oh, no.
And we're coming to the checkered flag?
No, we still have 5 laps to go, Robert.
Yeah, my bad. I'm sorry. We got 4 more laps to go. Yes, sir. My bad. No caution comes out. We stay green here. Ryan Hill will have that second position wrapped up, looks like.
Yeah, and a tough break for Will Davis. He had such a good run going. I hate to see that for him. But that's what you have to do to get by these guys. But Scott Sanderson and Will Davis, they both kind of suffer the brunt of that. But that's hard racing there. And looks like that'll move Will Roberts Jr. up to third. And Corey Heffron gets into the top 5 and fourth. And Thomas Conheady also gets into the top 5 as he moves up to fifth.
Yeah, we got some serious racing back here for 7th, 8th, and 9th. We got Ray Richer, all kind of competition on his outside with Jeremy Crandall. And now it looks like James Dunn, that 75. He's trying to get a move on him. He had to get out of the gas, lost a little bit of momentum. That's going to enable Ray Richer to get a move on the 73 of Jeremy Crandall. Perfect slide job. Jeremy's coming back on the inside. He's going to do the slide job as well. It looks like Jeremy's going to complete that pass on Ray Richer, although it's not over yet.
Yeah, 1 more lap left for Ray to try to move up 1 more spot with and Ray gets into the back of Jeremy, and he's going to lose a little bit of momentum there, but Derek Walker's going to come around and win this one as Ryan Hill's going to finish second, William Roberts Jr. is going to finish third, Corey Heffron is going to finish fourth. Thomas Conheady's going to roll in fifth with Scott Sanderson. We saw his misfortunes there with Will Davis going to come in sixth. Jeremy Crandall's going to come in seventh. Ray Richer, we saw that battle there late. He's going to come in eighth. James Nunn ninth. Russ Coe 10th. Ivan Garcia with a good run moves up to 11th. Vernon Markheim 12th. Will Davis, tough break, is going to come in 4 laps down in 13th. That's a shame. I hate to see that. Judd Danielson 11 laps down in 14th. And Buzz Moore, we saw his misfortunes early, going to come in 15th. Good race, guys.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sir Gary. That was a really, really long green flag run. Again, you just went through the finishing order. We're going to get these drivers up here for a real quick interview. What are you thinking about the takeaway on these new track conditions, Gary?
Yeah, I think this puts it a lot more in the driver's hands, not the luck of where everyone, where you qualify. It's definitely a lot more passing out here. These guys have to work a lot harder, and we saw it led to some exciting racing. It led to some misfortunes for some guys, but your top 2 in points took each other out late, and that's going to allow a lot of guys to move up, particularly Derek Walker, who gets another win tonight. He was 6 in points. With those two having a tough night, I look for a big shakeup in the points going into next week.
Yes, sir, Gary. We do have an interview now with William Roberts. If you'll take that.
Yeah, we're here with William Roberts. Comes in 3rd place. A few laps before that, you weren't in 3rd place, but you saw the 3rd and 4th place guys get into each other there, and you capitalized on that. Tell us how your car was tonight and what you did to put yourself in a position for a top 3.
The car wasn't too bad. It was pretty good. As far as top 3, I think we qualified, in the top 5, so that wasn't too difficult. But yeah, we got a little lucky there coming out of 4. Barely missed Scott and the other guy there getting into each other, but at least we're able to capitalize on that and get going. The restarts kind of killed us. Only 35-lap race. I like to race green, and that's where I'm able to capitalize more than anything. And these restarts in these cars are a little slow anyway.
Yeah, but these these 360 motors, they definitely have a little bit of a bog to them, so it's makes getting around guys hard. And I understand the restarts are pretty difficult, especially when you got a guy like Derek Walker out front just running away on these restarts. But I think you did a great job, William. Hopefully these guys will keep it green the next time and give you a chance to get up there. Is there anyone you would like to thank tonight for your third place finish?
Yeah, I'd like to thank All Pro Broadcasting for broadcasting these races. You guys for commentating. TYJ Dominoes for hosting these races. They've been quite a bit of fun here. Awesome run tonight. Thanks to the guys that was running up front. I think we had quite a little while there where we had 4 cars right in a row, and everybody pretty much held their line, before those 2 guys wrecked. So I thought that was pretty good, and it was good fun racing.
Awesome. Well, we look forward to seeing you next week out here.
Oh, yeah, definitely. 10-4.
Yes, sir. Take care, William. Have a great week. All right, now in second place position, we have Ryan A. Hill. Ryan, this is Robert and Gary in the booth. Congratulations for a great run there. I tell you what, we're going to nickname you Ryan Second Place Hill, because you've got more second-place finishes in 2017 in the Domino's TYJ Racing Series, asphalt and dirt, than anybody, I think. I don't even have to check the statistics. I just know that's the case. How was your race? How'd you like the track conditions? And tell us who you'd like to thank.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the track conditions. I think I would have enjoyed it a little bit more if my car was 100%. Well, I got a great start of the race. That put me in second. And Scott just dove it in the corner, nothing he did wrong, and we collided, and it bent something on the left front, and it just hurt me from there on out. And from that point on, my game plan was to block or be wrecked. So we ended up seeing what happened. I was trying everything I could to hold on to second place, and ultimately I did, which I'm kind of proud of myself, even though it is second place. But track conditions overall, it was really fun to drive, a lot better than last week's Bottom Fest.
Well, that's awesome. That's what we're trying to do here. Who'd you like to thank for that second place finish? And I'm sure you're going to be in virtual lane here before you know it.
Yeah, obviously I'd like to thank Domino's TYJS Racing for putting on the series, or yourself, Gary, or Michael D'Amico for putting on your broadcast and everything. Everybody that races on dirt with us on Sunday night, and then everybody that races on Thursday, every other Thursday for the Top Shelf. Great big group of guys there too. And really, truly, Craftsman Sears, because they have some awesome stuff, trading paints, nice paint schemes. Craftsman, I like it.
Yes, sir, that was a great paint scheme, Ryan. Have a great night. Have a great week coming up, and we'll definitely talk to you soon on the next race you're in.
Thank you. Y'all have a good one, too.
All right, Gary, I think you've caught up with our winner, Derek Walker, down there in Victory Circle. Go ahead, take it away, Gary.
Yeah, we're here with Derek Walker, tonight's winner, last week's winner, week before winner, maybe next week's winner. But here we are in Victory Lane with Derek Walker. Tell us about your night. Not a lot going on for you up there. I imagine it was pretty boring. All the action was behind you, but I'm sure that's where you want to see it. You probably move up pretty good in the points here tonight with another win and the top 2 in points taking each other out. So tell us about your night. And anyone you'd like to thank for this victory.
Well, boring is always the best thing for any racer, I think, if you ask them. Being up front and not having anybody in front of you on the track and having it all in your rearview mirror, that's where you want to be, even if it's boring. But it's unfortunate about the top 2 taking each other out there. I did not know that even happened, so I hate to hear that for them. I think it's shaping up to be a great points race. Yeah, I just want to thank Twitch for my sponsor, the Dirty Dude channel, DEWD. Check it out. All my followers on there, they come and support me every week. Big shout out to my sister. She won the pizza. I didn't know that she would have faith in me to win, but she apparently did, so big shout out to her. And then a shout out to my dad. And I want to say Happy Father's Day to him and all the fathers out there. So thank you to Robert for putting on this awesome league, and to you guys in the broadcast booth at All Pro Broadcasting. You do an amazing job.
Yeah, we appreciate that, Derek. And yeah, it looks like your sister won the free pizza. That's awesome. I don't know if you guys are near each other, but if you are, you should go over and steal a slice of that. And
well, unfortunately, we're about 2,000 miles away from each other, so I probably won't get any of it. But I'm glad she was able to get in and win. I think this is the first race she's gotten to watch this season. So I was excited for her to win that.
Yeah, awesome. It's always good when someone close to you supports you, and you know, there's no reason not to support you. I'm sure you've made a lot of fans. I'm sure you have a lot of fans. You're out there dominating these dirt races, which is awesome, giving these guys a lot to work for. And we look forward to seeing you next week. Great job tonight, Derek.
Thank you, Gary, man. I look forward to it, too. I think we're going to Williams Grove. That's always a fun one.
Yeah, real quick, Derek, I want to ask you one quick question. You said you and your sister, Shay, are 2,000 miles apart. Exactly where are you in California, and where is she?
I am located in Los Angeles, California, and she is in southern Ohio. Actually, she's in central Ohio now. So I think it's right around 2,000. It's just kind of a guess, but that's a long drive. I made that drive by myself, and 2,000 miles is a long drive.
Yes, sir. And real quick, for the fans that are still watching, I understand you are a real-time movie star out there in Hollywood. Tell the fans how they can get in touch with not only you, but how they can get to view any of your most recent clips, one of which I saw recently, which was incredible. But I'm sure the fans would love to hear from a real movie star and how they can get a chance to see some of your work.
Well, movie star is obviously a big overstatement. I am an actor, though. I am pursuing it. Struggling, starving artist, I guess is what they call it. But yeah, I mean, anybody can come to my channel on Twitch. It's Dirty Dude, DEWD. The reason for that is my initials are DEW. So Dirty Dude, and there's links on there. They can go to imdb.com and type in my name, Derek Walker. There's a bunch of different ways they can see it. But yeah, movie star, not quite, but we're working on it.
Excellent. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you so much for being here, Derek. You have a great week, and just heard from your sister, Shay. I'm going to get her set up with the free pizza whatever night this week after Monday, which is a real hectic day for most people, including myself. Congratulations, Derek. Have a great week. We'll talk to you next Sunday night, if not before.
Thank you, Robert. I appreciate it, man. You do such a great job with this league. I can't wait till next week.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Well, Gary, what are your quick takeaways from tonight?
Well, Robert, takeaways. Takeaway number one, the track was awesome for these guys. I really wish I was out there racing. There's definitely some things I saw that I just wish I could have gotten in the car and tried out. So, you know, that's good for these guys. Takeaway number two, we're going to see a big shakeup in the points. Top two in points getting into each other late. Both of them lost a good substantial amount of positions. Derek Walker, another win. He's 6 in points coming in here. He's probably going to leave close to the top three. Awesome season. 4 races left in this mini season, and it's shaking up to be a really good points battle.
Yeah, thank you so much there, Gary. This was exciting. These dirt races, now that we've kind of figured out a good track condition for these guys to race in and be competitive, it's only going to get more exciting, fans. Again, fans, thanks for being here. Make sure you click the subscribe button on All Pro Broadcasting. So for Gary Sexton, Michael D'Amico, we thank him a lot for all he does here with the camera angles, which are incredible. Nobody does a better job, in my opinion. This is Robert McFarland signing off. Fans, have a great week. Obviously, Shay is going to enjoy her free pizza coming up this week. And don't forget to tune in, fans. Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, the Dented Fender Truck Series is going to an incredible track, Iowa, which is bound to be one of the best races we've had in our truck series this year. If you missed that one, make sure you tune in Thursday night, 8:50 p.m. Eastern. We've got our Xfinity cars at Kentucky, which is a wide-open mile-and-a-half track under the lights. You don't want to miss it, fans. Everybody have a great week, and one last time, happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there. Have a good one.